you haven't seen the news or heard the news, Myles Garrett requested a trade today. Now, I guess the good news in this is the Browns did come out and say that they were sticking to their word, as they previously said a couple weeks ago, that they're not entertaining any deals with Myles Garrett, and I hope they stick to that. But just not good regardless. And the fact that Myles Garrett is arguably the best player to ever put on the Browns uniform, he's definitely the best on roster, and he's arguably the best to ever wear the Browns uniform. I said arguably, okay. Yes, you can argue Jim Brown and Joe Thomas. And yes, you get a lot of draft capital, and you can get a lot of picks and a lot of value from him. But at the end of the day, how many players are like Myles Garrett? Little to none, if any at all. And Denzel Ward came out and said essentially the same thing that Myles did about how, this organization, he wants to see things change. Joel Antonio said the same thing. This could snowball into Denzel Ward wants a trade. He wants out of Cleveland. Joel Antonio possibly goes into retirement. You might see Wyatt Teller not sign with the team and leave. You might see a lot of these guys who are talented want out of Cleveland and request trades or just not sign their deal, or obviously like if they're Joel's age, which I'm pretty sure he's probably the only one able to retire, or of that age to retire, you might see him retire. So you might lose a lot of cornerstone pieces to this team, and we might have to hit the hard reset button to where you might only have a couple guys on roster that we keep for the future. I mean, like Jerry Jeudy, maybe Martin Emerson and JOK. This just isn't good. I hope this is a wake-up call to Andrew Berry and the front office and the front staff, because they were the reason that we are in this situation in the first place, to go balls to the wall this offseason, do whatever you can to keep Myles Garrett, and do whatever you can to bring in a quarterback and other valuable pieces that will make this team a playoff team. I think if we have good quarterback play, we're probably a 500 team, and if you surround the team with a couple other additions, like playoff team. There's no way you go from 11-6, and shout out to Chef Zay if you don't watch him. He's a Browns creator on here. He said it today. How do you go from 11-6 to 3-14, and you have essentially the same team outside of Joe Flacco, who was a major contributor to us making the playoffs last year? You lose him, but other than that, you don't really lose anyone else, and you lose 14 games. Make it make sense.